I grew up absorbing ideas about Islam without really noticing where they came from. Headlines, distance, inheritance. So instead of arguing about it, I came here to Kuala Lumpur to see how people actually live. I wanted to understand something simpler. How does a city hold many faiths without tearing itself apart? Malaysia is Muslim majority, but it's also Chinese, Indian, Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, sometimes all on the same street. That contrast alone felt worth noticing. The city is a mosaic, skyscrapers next to shophouses, temples beside mosques, bustling markets beside quiet parks. Every person, every shop, every street corner felt like a story waiting to be seen. Kuala Lumpur didn't start as a metropolis. It started as mud. Kuala Lumpur literally means muddy river junction. Back in the 1850s, it was a small riverside camp where the Klang and Gombak rivers met. Tin attracted miners, rivers attracted traders. Slowly, different lives arrived at the same patch of ground. Malay villagers living along the river and forest. Chinese miners digging for tin and building temples. Indian laborers laying railways and planting the roots of a new economy. Three distinct worlds, one muddy beginning. In many places, when different elements collide, they explode. Here, they didn't merge. They didn't erase each other. They made space. Today, that junction is alive in new ways. Masjid Jamek stands at the convergence, a living reminder of faith and community. Colonial buildings like the Sultan Abdul Samad reflect the layers of history along the riverbanks. At night, the dancing symphony fountain lights the water, casting colors that ripple and swirl, reminding the city of its past while celebrating the present. Walkways and gardens invite everyone to pause, stroll, and take it in. History, faith, and joy flowing together. If you walk into the botanical gardens, the trees don't argue about who has the right to the sunlight. They just grow. KL is loud, but beneath the noise, there's a stillness you can feel if you stop long enough. Walking into the National Mosque, I was struck by calm. Floors immaculate, open spaces, sunlight spilling through geometric windows. There's a sense of care here, not just for the building, but for the people who enter it. and a sense of love. People bow, kneel, pray, or sit quietly, intimate yet inclusive. The mosque doesn't demand belief, it invites presence, humility, reflection, care. A few streets away, Chinese temples hum with devotion. Incense curls upward. Ritual chants rise. Red lanterns sway gently in the heat. Offerings of fruit and flowers speak to gratitude and respect. A quiet conversation with ancestors and with something larger than ourselves. Just around the corner, the atmosphere shifts, but the intention doesn't. Outside a Hindu temple, stalls overflow with flowers, marigolds stacked high, jasmine strung carefully by hand, devotion prepared in advance, sold by the stem. Inside, people move slowly, shoes left behind, hands pressed together, eyes focused inward. As prayers unfold in rhythm and color, it's different in form, but familiar in feeling. Further north, the city opens into stone. Batu caves rise suddenly from the ground, a limestone hill shaped by time and by belief. At its entrance stands Murugan, a towering golden statue, guardian of the path upward. The steps climb steeply toward the cave temples above. Devotees ascend with flowers in hand, offerings lifted carefully, each step an act of intention. Monkeys watch from railings and ledges, curious, unbothered, part of the landscape. Life continues alongside ritual. Inside the caves, light spills down through openings in the stone. Prayers echo. Incense hangs in the air. The space feels ancient, not just because of age, but because people return here again and again for generations. Batu Caves is more than a landmark. It's a reminder that faith often rises upward, not to escape the world, but to see it differently. Across the city, Chinese temples, Hindu shrines, Islamic mosques, different paths moving side by side, not blended, not erased, just present. Faith here isn't hidden, it isn't shouted either. Incense mixes with rain, flower garlands dry in the sun. Shoes mark respect and humility. Within a few blocks, three paths coexist. No barriers, no need to explain, just life. It reminded me, coexistence doesn't require agreement. It requires space, respect, and quiet love. And faith isn't just in buildings, it's in streets, murals, markets, and the smell of food. Kuala Lumpur paints its identity everywhere. On walls, in alleyways, on the paths people pass through every day. Street art here doesn't feel like rebellion, it feels like recognition. Faces of ordinary people, workers, elders, families, painted into the city as if to say, we were here. And we still are. In Chinatown, places like Kwai Chai Hong hold these memories openly. Scenes of daily life, moments paused in time, not as nostalgia, but as continuity. And beyond that lane, more murals appear, different styles, different stories, all sharing the same walls. What stands out is how much space is allowed. Space for art, space for history, space for belief. A mosque nearby, a temple around the corner, murals lining the streets between them. Nothing competing for dominance, just layers, growing side by side. Like a city built the way people actually live, not separated, but shared. Below the art, life continues. Languages overlap, laughter spills out onto the street. Culture here isn't projected onto anyone. It's cooked, painted, prayed, walked past. In many places, difference becomes your identity, something to defend. Here, it feels more like something to make space for, not because everyone agrees, but because no one is trying to erase the other. The city doesn't ask you to choose. It just lets you belong. It's the end of another year. The city slows, just for a moment. Not everyone celebrates the same way. Some gather in mosques, some in bars, some at home, quiet, reflective. But for a few minutes, the sky belongs to everyone. Light breaks open the dark. People hug, strangers smile, differences pause, beliefs soften. We are billions of atoms, some billions of years old, standing on a rock, looking up at light, not because we have to, because it's beautiful. What surprised me most about Kuala Lumpur wasn't that it exists, it's that it exists so gracefully. that faiths can share streets, rivers, and rooftop without fighting for dominance. That belief doesn't need to shout to be strong, that people can pause, reflect, and celebrate side by side. Maybe the future isn't about becoming the same. Maybe it's about learning how to exist without needing to agree. Here, that future feels ordinary, calm, natural, human. This is billions of atoms. If you're curious about what connects us, you're welcome to stay.